Maha Cartoon TV.
Brother or demon? Kamini, just like always, had left for her college when her brother, Farooq, called her out.
Kamini, you forgot your tiffin at home. Please wait.
Huh? Bro, you didn't have to do all this.
It's okay, Kamini. I can do this much for you. After all, you are my sister.
Bro, you are the best. Now you please go back home or else mom will scold you really harshly.
Now I take your leave. Please eat your lunch on time, okay?
Okay, bro.
Kamini was an adopted child of Farooq's parents. Kamini, when she wasn't even one, her parents had abandoned her amid the jungle, where Farooq's father, Usman, found her, and he felt it was better to keep that child with him. Kamini was Hindu, and so Usman's wife Ruby wasn't in favor of keeping Kamini with them and never accepted her. But for her husband's sake, she allowed Kamini to stay. Farooq and Kamini grew together, and that's why the bond that they shared was unbreakable, which was the reason that Ruby used to be pissed at Farooq and always taunted him for acting like a caretaker for her.
Kamini won't die if she won't eat one day.
Mom, she had left for the college. And what if she felt hungry in midway? She should carry something, right?
You have become Kamini's nanny.
What's wrong, Mom? Why are you always cursing Kamini? She's our family.
You and your darling sister Kamini. I'm just fed up with you both.
Ruby leaves the hall in anger, and on the other hand, Farooq couldn't understand why his mother was behaving this way. In the evening, when Kamini returned home, where everyone was waiting for her at the dinner table and ate their dinner and went to sleep, the night was getting intense, and Kamini was sleeping in her room, and out of nowhere, she hears some noise.
Kamini.
On hearing that noise, Kamini woke up.
Nobody is here. I must be dreaming.
Considering it a dream, Kamini went back to sleep, when yet again she heard that noise.
Kamini.
Kamini was awake on hearing that voice yet again. She saw all around her, but couldn't see anything or anyone, and after that,
Come to me, Kamini.
Who is here?
I'm your brother. Look at me. Come here.
Who is here? Come in front of me.
Kamini went straight up to the window and looked out. She couldn't see anything besides a dense forest in front of her house. Kamini was terrified, because nothing like this she has ever seen before in her life. Kamini was looking out when she saw a swift thunder coming from the forest towards her.
What's this? Mom! Dad! Please! Brother! Please come here!
On hearing Kamini scream in fear, everyone came to her room.
What's wrong, Kamini? Why you look so scared? Everything is fine, right?
What happened, child? Are you fine?
Why are you shouting so much? What's the issue?
Dad! Bro! Look at that! There!
Kamini was pointing at the thunder that came out from the forest, but
Child, I can't see anything.
But that thunder also, bro, I had some strange voice coming. Somebody was calling out my name.
What? Calling out your name? You must be hallucinating.
No, bro, I was not hallucinating. Somebody called me and said he was my brother.
My child, it must be some hallucination. Don't think so much about it. Anyway, it's very late. You should sleep.
Yes, you should sleep. We talk about it tomorrow.
Kamini did as her father said and went back to sleep. And everyone else too went back to their rooms to sleep. But Usman was still worried because of some reason.
This girl is such a headache. Something or other is always happening with her.
The matter is something else, Ruby.
What else could be the matter?
I guess he has come back.
Oh no. No. Don't think like this. This can't be the truth.
They were talking about someone coming, which made both Ruby and Usman very uncomfortable. But what was the secret they were hiding from everyone? And the next morning, when everyone was eating their breakfast, Farooq said,
Tomorrow is the auspicious day of brother and sister, Kamini. You will tie band around my wrist, won't you?
Yes, big brother. Obviously. How can I forget this day? But
What happened, Kamini? Is everything alright?
bro, what about that happened yesterday?
All that happened yesterday was a hallucination. Forget it. Now go and get ready for the college. You must be getting late.
Okay, Dad.
Kamini was little disturbed with her father's behavior, but she ignored everything and left for college. And after she had left, Ruby said to Usman,
If what are you saying is true, then he'll come back to take Kamini along.
That's exactly why I'm so stressed.
Farooq heard everything his parents were talking about and asked,
Mom, who will come to take Kamini?
It's time that you should know about the truth. Actually, we didn't find Kamini on road in the jungle. We adopted her, knowing everything about her. This is the truth you should know.
What do you mean?
Actually, Kamini's real father was one of my really close friends. She also had a brother, Sameer, 15 years older to her. But his actions were very wicked. People said he was possessed by some supernatural powers. But it was his mother love and affection that inevitably saved him. Everything was still fine. His actions were bearable. When Kamini was born, God knows what happened to him. He suddenly became extremely violent, started breaking everything in the house, attacked his father, and even insulted the neighbors. Then, one day,
I will kill Kamini today. For once and for all. I will get free by killing her. Nobody can stop me from killing her.
everyone tried to stop Sameer, but whoever came ahead to stop him, Sameer brutally killed them too. And when I reached house, I saw that Sameer had already killed Kamini's mom and dad, and hence I preferred to bring Kamini here with us to keep her alive and away from Sameer. But he followed me. He followed me and saw our house. To save Kamini's life, your mom called the priest. The priest used his power to control him. The dark soul left Sameer's body, but during the whole process, we lost Sameer as well. And since then, we were told that Sameer's soul had been wandering to take his sister with him.
So, what's the matter now?
We don't know anything about it. But the priest said that if the dark soul comes back, it would be difficult and impossible to send him back.
Dad? So what we do now?
I don't know, can't think of anything.
Why don't we go to the same priest who helped us earlier?
Once they were all done talking, they all went to the priest. And there, the priest told them,
It's Sameer who is doing everything that's happening with Kamini. But why would Sameer do anything like this to Kamini? He was possessed, right? Because of which he did all of that. It isn't the dark soul. It's still with me since the day I capture it. This is all Sameer's soul that is talking. Even before I captured that soul, it had already started to control Sameer. So even though it's not free, it can still contact him. And so, Sameer's doing exactly what the dark soul is telling him to do. That soul won't sit quietly until he finishes the entire family.
On listening to all that the priest said, everyone was tense for Kamini. And realizing that his sister's life was in danger, Farooq lost his calm.
I won't let anything happen to my sister. Kamini is my responsibility. Also, tomorrow is auspicious day of brother and sister. I promise I will get her and tie a band on my wrist at all conditions.
Everyone came back home and it had gotten dark. So everyone went to sleep after their dinner. And once again, all those voices could be heard coming from Kamini's room.
Kamini, Kamini.
That is why she wasn't waking up. After which, those voices came multiple times.
Kamini, I am your brother. Come to me. Tomorrow is the day of brother and sister. We will celebrate it together. Kamini.
Kamini wasn't waking up even after listening to so much. And then,
Kamini! Kamini! She needs to wake up. If she doesn't, how will I take her with me?
Hey, you scrum! You can't take my sister like that, huh?
Don't come in my way. Or else I won't spare you either.
Hey, I won't even let you touch my sister, huh?
I guess I'll have to take you along. Wake up, my darling sister. Tomorrow onwards, you will stay with your brother.
Don't you dare touch my sister!
Let me first teach you a lesson. Now, you just wait and watch.
and saying this, Sameer's soul went straight up to Farooq and lifted him and choked him with his powers. Sameer's soul was very powerful, and that's why Farooq wasn't able to fight him. But then the priest, Usman, and Ruby came there. On seeing the priest there, Sameer's soul got scared, as if he had seen a ghost.
You still alive, priest? I was told that you were dead.
The dark soul had kept you in dark till now because he knew that you can do this work for him. And if, for whatever reason, you won't able to, he will find someone else. He doesn't care about you. If I capture you today, it won't bother him.
No! No! I don't want to be captured!
I have no other alternative other than this. Kamini's protection is my responsibility.
And like this, the priest captured Sameer's soul. The dark soul had nothing to do with Sameer. He just cared about his work. And now that Kamini and family were free from the dark soul and also Sameer, everyone went back to their rooms to sleep. The secret behind Kamini not waking up was that Usman had already added sleeping pills in Kamini's food so that she doesn't get to know anything about the reality. And the next day, everyone celebrated the festival of Rakhi with all love and enthusiasm.
I don't know why, but I have a heavy head since morning.
I guess you haven't slept properly.
I guess you are right. I'll do one thing. I'll go to sleep a little more.
Kamini was happy in her life. And so, to let her stay happy, Usman and his family preferred to tell her nothing about her past. And hence, this is how everyone gifted a new life to Kamini. And everyone lived happily ever after.
If you enjoyed this video, Do like, share and comment, and to be the first person to watch our videos, make sure to subscribe the channel and press the bell icon for timely notifications.